Okay, good morning. So today I would suggest you put this on widescreen, and there is little to no talking in this video because one of my viewers said that I should just shut my mouth and show the action as to what's going on. So the first few, maybe a minute or so, is talking. The rest, just full screen and enjoy the noise. And then you tell me if you want me to talk or not.
Okay, so these are probably the oldest pallets of sod that got left here. What do you think? There's the pallets. There's the sod. But that's not sod.
Looks like
see?
topsoil to me.
Look at this. Beautiful topsoil, right?
Yeah.
Gorgeous topsoil. But this is where they laid the pallets and they never picked them up. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets. So 4 pallets on... and there's probably, 4 pallets. That's a lot of dirt. It is a lot of dirt. But there's more over there if I looked hard enough. Yeah, so sod farmers are liars. That's what they are. They'll tell you they don't take anything. But they're liars. Liars. Don't let them on your ground. Make them buy your ground. Or you charge them like $5,000 an acre for rent, because that's about what they're stealing from you. Let's see, what is there? What somebody wrote, there's 125 tons in an inch of topsoil off of an acre. So 125 tons an acre. And that's going to be somewhere around $50 a ton. So 5 times 100 is 5,000. So then a quarter again. So you're looking, you're going to need to charge them at least, $6,000. Because they're renting the ground. Plus they're taking the ground, $6,000 an acre. That'll do it.
Shit if you saw something like this on her ground.
Oh God. Well, she's dead now, so we don't worry about her. Oh my God. Yeah, and then they leave a mess, you know, because nobody sees this stuff. Like, oh, I'll just leave a mess. I don't care. It's okay. We'll just leave a mess. Anyway, I'm gonna fire up a saw and show these boys how to work.
Oh.
Come on.
There's only one boy you need to show how to work.
Tim? Tim don't know how to work?
Okay, so there's an overwhelming consensus that yes, I should continue to read these comments and comment on them in the end of the video. I'm going to say that is a go. I enjoy it. I am not getting the views that I used to get because of it, but that's okay because this is more. Asked how many acres of this farm were in sod at one time. Well, at one time, all the fields had sod in them, with the exception of one, which was very difficult to get to, so they didn't do it. So, not all at once, but all the fields on the farm had sod. Hey, 1956, he quoted somebody's comment from Big Tractor Power's video. He said, John Deere needs to do a better job promoting the 7R large square baler in these vids. One lonely farmer runs his 7530 and 8530 about 3 times faster baling with his Krone big packs. It was a YouTube video. Okay, so yeah, no, I went and I looked at it, and yeah, I've seen water freeze faster than that guy was driving that thing. I do know the capabilities of the John Deere baler are not that of a Krone, but that was pretty pathetic. I mean, they were running alfalfa, not even putting preservative or steamers on them, and it was pretty pathetic rate of speed for sure. Okay, so I'm going to blanket this one. There's a lot of guys that have talked about the me pulling the screens out of the exhaust on the on my chainsaws, saying that I have actually ruined their performance, that they need back pressure and everything. Well, let me tell you, I've been running chainsaws since the mid-1980s. I bought my first Husqvarna in 1989. It was the 300-year anniversary of Husqvarna as a company, not building chainsaws, obviously not building chainsaws. And I didn't pull the screen out of that one. And when it became so gummed up, the fellow that sold the saw to me, he told me, hey, you know, you can either remove that or replace that screen and it'll enhance your performance. He says, just remove it because restriction on these saws is really what causes them to wear out faster. Now, I've done this on every saw that I've had since, including the 2 saws that I just bought, and as you can see, the 2 saws that continued to run throughout the whole video, they were the new saws, flawless, ran like a raped ape. SR633 says, never share a chainsaw with a friend. Every time my dad needed it, it was out of gas and dull. I concur, that is the truth. Or seized up solid because they were too stupid to mix the oil with the fuel. Ruger Farming. Wes, Tourdon works great on spraying on the stumps, killing the roots, and no suckers going back on the stumps. Well, I would use Tourdon, and I would spray that whole windrow, or that windrow fence row, or that erosion break there with Tourdon. But here in the great state of New Jersey, it is illegal for me to use that stuff. What a shame. Festus 51. I'll have to give you a thumbs up for not accepting bribes for big business. Well, thank you. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Don't forget that. Get that thumbs up there. Thank you. Steve Holton. Unless those hedgerows help in drainage, why don't you stump them and return them to the field for additional planting? My vote is yes. Continue commenting. Well, yes, those are actually erosion breaks. This is quite a steep slope. It's not steep, but it's a very long slope. And in total, I believe there's about 65 acres in that main section. And if I take those 2 erosion breaks out, or grass strip, what was supposed to be grass strips out, I will have ditches from one end of that thing to the other. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut them down, lay them in the bushes, and then spray 2,4-D on them every year until it's all rotted up and nothing but grass. Michael Owens, he says, just for the heck of it, I had to search racist grass cutter. I didn't find you. Thanks. I was going to search it, but then I got busy and forgot. Thanks for doing that. Lowland Hulk. Yes, keep reading the comments. Been here since you told the story about the hired guy throwing the power switch to kill the dryer because he thought it was on fire. Well, it was on fire, where it was supposed to be on fire. But say a prayer for poor Dale. He's got a robotic heart in right now. His heart has failed. He has, it's a turbine, and they can increase and decrease the speed of it depending on his activity level. So, I mean, he's still kicking, still driving, but, you know, when you've got a mechanical heart in your chest, Here's a question. Is there a reason you chose Husqvarna over Stihl? Yeah, my first chainsaw was actually a Stihl. It worked really good. And I went to go buy a Stihl when I bought my first Husqvarna back in 1989. And the Stihl dealer and me did not see eye to eye. He wanted more money for the Stihl of the same size. I ended up buying a 268 XP Husqvarna, and the neighbor down the road, he had a Stihl of the same size, and I was very happy that I had bought the 268 XP because that thing would just run circles around the Stihl. So that's the reason I continue with Husqvarna. I have another friend, Mr. Larry. He was Stihl die hard, and I've converted him now to Husqvarna. He won't use anything else, just Husqvarna, because Stihl is too damn slow. Jay Burling, 81. If that pH is below 5, 1,000 pounds isn't going to do squat. It will. You need to start at 2-ton rate and retest next year. Also, why pay someone to spread 1,000 pounds to the acre before you even test it and then have them do it again? Well, how's this sound? What if I put it on and I didn't need it, right? Even though I do know that I need it. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't cost me any more one way or the other, whether it's 1,000 pounds to the acre or 5 tons to the acre. The recommendations in our area is to not go any more than 1.5 tons to the acre per any given year, because you're going to have this huge contrast throughout the soil. So the top 8 inches, the pH can be, 5.9 to 6.5, and you get down deeper and the pH could be 4. We don't know. So that lime actually has to trickle down through. And if you put too much on all at once, it can bind nitrogen and other nutrients and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I hope that clears that up for you. The cost is nothing different for me, whether it's 1,000 pounds or 5 tons. And this is the last one. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I love the comments. I love reading the comments. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, because that also helps with engagement. And engagement is what we need to keep these videos coming, right? Thank you.